Hey fellas, 265 Chevy here. There's one big old ass house. Here we are on the second floor today. Um, Today wasn't a good day. Really didn't get much done. Matter of fact, really didn't get anything done. But I decided to make a video for y'all. Y'all see on the outside that got all the weatherboards up. Now on the second floor, we got the plumbing all the way up to right there. I don't know, you probably can't see that, but the drain pipe's right there, so we're gonna run drains up. We're gonna have to run copper pipe down to right there, and we got all the electrical done. I mean, not done, but we gotta get the electrical ran from upstairs, well, down. Well, let me start that again. Gotta get the electrical run. Okay, see, you see right here, see that white wire? Okay, that was a just like that black wire right there that came from downstairs. I put a new wire there. That actual wire connects to the main fuse panel up front. Alright, that big cable wire is the new wire that's going to this panel over here. Okay, and that's the panel. Now I got conduit run all the way up in the attic. So the new wire is going to come down from the attic and run down that conduit into this new 100 amp panel. Alright, so that new big wire right there runs down, and then that comes from the outside 100 amp panel. And I think that's one arc wire. So you guys tell me that this looks pretty good or looks right or whatever. I appreciate it. Well, that wire over here just opened up another whole can of worms. That wire, that black wire, goes up and it goes to that light, and then it goes across. It ties into the back part of the house. Alright, so remember that. We still got gas lines to do. That's the old gas line that we got to replace, take out. And we got a water line that's going to come down this chute right here. And the gas line's going to come from right over here, and it's going to go up that chute to the attic. Now let's take a walk up in the attic. Come on, take a walk with me, fellas. Now this is the part that's rough, because it's like 100 and something degrees in the attic, and that's where we got to do most of our work. And that's what the floors are going to look like in the kitchen, which you see right here. Alright, take a walk in the attic. We had a 15-year-old cat, Pressure. Had to bring her to the vet today. That's unbelievably expensive. $350 just for checking her out, and turn around and says, well, we don't know what's wrong. Have to take her to a specialist. Ain't that wonderful? Alright. You see here, I got the floor all open. Let's go over here. Okay, this is the kitchen right below me. Remember those two wires I told you? One there, one there. Goes across, and got more floorboards ripped up, more old wiring. Come on, over here. They tie in right here from downstairs. It's old wire and tube right there. See how it's made? One goes to that leg, and the other one goes to that leg. Alright, so Then it goes follow here all the way down. And then it crosses over to right here. Ties in, works in some lights right there. Then it goes this way. So you can see how it goes back. Okay, so man, it's really hot up in here. But and that's the pipe that comes up. Now eventually that's going to go up to right about that rafter right there. And then all the wires. So what I really have to do now, the whole new can of worms that's just added to this project, I got to wire the whole back part of the house. So I'm going to use 12-2 wire. Cut all this old stuff out, run it to each individual room, then run it to, hold on, run it to the back. Let's see, can y'all see that? I think y'all can see that. There you go. Run it to the back. Back over there. I don't think y'all can see that. I'm sorry. It's kind of hard. It's kind of dark up here too. And run it up the rafters. Run it over. And then run it down. Run it to that conduit. And then down to the panel. So all the wiring's really going to be ran, instead of downstairs, it's going to run upstairs and down that conduit. Alright, all this wood that you see here was in the kitchen yesterday. I carried all this shit upstairs. Now I'm getting some questions, but what I'm going to do with all that wood? Well, you see all those 2x4s right there? Right here, all these 2x4s. We got 2x6s where I'm going to use the 2x4s. And then I'm going to scab them onto this rafter right here. Now, from that rafter to the peak of the house up there, it's probably about 5 feet. 4 to 5 feet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scab it on the sides, and then I'm going to get 1/2 inch plywood and I'm going to deck that top. It's going to give me a lot more room for storage. So that'll be like old long time storage. You know how we all have something that we don't want to get rid of, but you store it and it stays stored for about 15-20 years. You know, things that your kids will probably wind up using or selling or whatever. So, you know, it is, I mean, all my car parts are all over the place. You can see there's 93 Firebird thing. This is all my Chevelle parts over here, all piled up. Everything's all piled up because I had to tear out this floor. So it's probably about 120 degrees up here. You know, after you're up here a while, it's you kind of get used to it. You know, it's not as bad, but it's, you know, it makes you sweat like a pig. And I'm already a big guy, so it helps me sweat even more. So I just wanted to show y'all that. You know, Carrie, I wanted to show you that. You know, this is what I'm dealing with. It has to be done because that wire that comes up there feeds this whole back part of this house. And then also, if you look at the plumbing, there's the plumbing that we did for the laundry room. Well, we're going to have to tie into that because over there we're going to tie into, this is where our water source is going to be for the hot and cold that goes down to the kitchen. So we're going to have to tie into that. We're going to run another pipe this way to right here. This will be wherever that hole is. I got a hole here somewhere. Well, this will be where, there it is. You run that hole right there, already drilled it. That pipe will go down to feed the refrigerator for ice maker. And then we'll have that right there is where the gas line comes up, and another pipe goes down for the pot filler on top of the stove. So all that's got to be done. So all these plumbing lines are going to have to be cut and rerouted back to the hot water heater, which the hot water heater really needs to be replaced because that thing's so old. Plus, it don't even have a pan underneath it, so it just sits here, and if that ever leaks or whatever, goes all onto the second floor. So that needs to be corrected. I don't know, I'll correct it now. I'll correct it when I do the bathroom, because the bathroom is right over there where that pipe comes up. So, I mean, it is snowballing into a complete mess. It ain't ending. I kind of expected this, sort of, kind of. But, let me get out from up here, because I don't know if I start sweating again. But I want you guys to tell me it's going to be worth it. But I don't know, about 2 or 3 years down the line. Guess that's where it's going to wind up being. But, alright, well, I just wanted to give y'all that update. Let me go back to the other room and get out this little kitchen. My wife's locking all the doors. I'll go through and she locks them up. But that's where I'm at. I wanted to give y'all an update. Like I said, oh, I got a bird up in here. Now, how do where I'm supposed to get him out? It's a blue jay. Now, how do where I'm supposed to get the blue jay out of here? Oh, Lord. Now I got to deal with that. And I got a bee up in here. Man, I got all kind of little animals. Look at that big old bee. Jesus, that looks like a bird by itself. But I guess I'll you know, he's flying all over the place. It's a pretty blue jay. I'm gonna have to get him out of here. I don't want him to hurt himself. All right, fellas, let me deal with that. Let me get the blue jay out of here. I hope that's a good omen. But y'all take it easy. Bye-bye.